Just reading this through, it looks like quite a tricky question. But in fact, it's not so difficult if we just remember that we need to make a timeline up to divide up the time. Basically, there are a number of different changes moving forward from the time that you borrowed $12,000 and an interest rate change after 2 years. So here, the first thing is that we had a borrowing of $12,000. After 1.5 years, you repaid $5,000. Then, after another half a year, the interest rate changed. So what we need to do is, first of all, to find the future value of that $12,000 after half a year, and then subtract the $5,000 from it. So here, the first move, here, the future value of $12,000 after 1.5 years at 11% compounded semi-annually. I've written out the formula here, but you could also do this in the BA2 Plus calculator. I haven't put in the exact numbers here, I've just left it here. So that's 11 over 2 would be 0.055. I'd like you to do that yourself, and also to make sure that you can see why n is 1.5 times 2. This gives us a future value of 14090.9. Now, that is the future value here after 1.5 years, but you repay 5,000 at that time after 1.5 years. So the new principal going forward is 14090.9 less the $5,000 payment. So the new principal is 9090.9. We're now at a point of 18 months or 1.5 years since you borrowed the money. After another half a year, the interest rate changes. So we must now bring forward the new principal of 9090.9 to the date at which the interest rate changes. This is a half a year after you made the $5,000 payment. So now we need to find the interest, the future value at the interest rate change. So here is the principal brought forward, 9090, and it's 6 months, still at the old interest rate until the new interest rate changes. So that gives us a new future value at exactly the date that the interest rate changes of 9590.9. So this is 2 years after you first borrowed the money. Now, you stay on the new rate for half a year. Then you repay $4,000. So we need to find out the future value of the 9590.9 at 6 months at the new interest rate. So this makes 10180.93. But you repay $4,000, meaning the new principal after you repaid the $4,000 is 6180.93. Now we have a final payment to be made, and there's another 2.5 years to go. So we have 2.5 years to the end of the loan period, which makes a total of 5 years. This 2.5 years is relatively simple. It's all at the new rate. So now here is our future value that we computed before of 6180.93. Now all at the new rate, 2.5 years times 12, that's n. So n is going to be 30. You can calculate that and check it yourself. And that gives us 8330.9, which is the amount that you would pay after 5 years. I'd strongly suggest that you look at the question yourself and make out your own time plan. Make sure that you have all the dates and the payments clearly identified. Thank you.